What's up, beaches? Arthur Tutt here. Now, if you watched my last video, you know that I talk a lot about Gary Vaynerchuk. And Gary's been running these live videos recently, Tea with Gary V, which is really cute. Now, I've also got a tea, licorice tea here, and I thought of calling this Tea with Arthur Tea. I don't know if that works as well. It is delicious, though. All right. Well, that was fun. And so for the half a person who's still watching this video, thank you. Good to still have you here. What I wanted to do, I don't know if you can tell from my bookshelf up here, but I like books. I like reading. It's one of my things. So I actually picked a small stack of books here. And this isn't going to be some like 3-hour book review. Nothing like that. I'm way too lazy to do something like that. But I thought it'd be cool here just to go through a few books. Now, these are kind of more businessy related books. I also do like... Is this in focus? Focus. Sorry, we're just having some technical difficulties here. I do like fiction and all that, but right now this is serious business stuff. So I picked out 5 books that I've super been into. Some of them I do need to reread again. It's been a while. But I just wanted to share them because I thought that would be fun. Right, so first one is actually from the man, the Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk himself. Jab, 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 right hook. Now, I was enjoying this. Couple things. The fun thing about social media is how quickly it gets out of date. And so if you look at the cover, there's actually there's a Google Plus on there. Instagram is an old logo. Is Vine even a thing? So you might first look at this and be like, well, this book is ancient and out of date. And in a lot of ways, I guess it is, right? It's pretty old. But there's a lot of concepts in the book about how to use social media, which are pretty timeless, that you could apply to any situation, which is basically instead of putting up a post on whether it's Facebook or whatever and being like, hey guys, I do a thing and you should come buy from me. No. Put something out into the world that's actually useful and valuable, that people could... Tripping over my words here. See, this is the fun of doing this all in one take and not having a production team, is you really gotta bootstrap it and go rough here. But I guess kind of like this video as an example, right? I'm not here being like, you should buy my stuff. I'm just like, hey, I read some books. Do you like to read some books? We could have some fun and talk about reading books together because we're cool. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm a bit of a book nerd. So if you're also a book nerd, cool. I love you already. Let's keep talking. So that was Gary V, jab, 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 right hook. I hope it's not backwards when you see this. This camera is backwards for me. Fun. Book number 2. Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. Now, just a warning, this is a very depressing book. It's all about a Jewish dentist who was sent to concentration camps back in World War II. So it is not a happy read, but the reason why I feel it's a very important book is it gives a lot of perspective on life, right? I think we all like to get really depressed about our lives and talk about how bad our lives are and how difficult they are. And then you read a book like this where he talks about his experience being in a concentration camp and suddenly you realize, oh, my life is actually pretty good. I've got food that I can eat. I'm on the internet so I can watch videos like this. Maybe life isn't so bad. And it just helps to give a little bit more perspective and to say, you know what, maybe there's a bit of good in the world. Maybe there's just a little bit of good. So that's why I liked it. Next book up, Deida's The Way of the Superior Man. Now you can see here I made a lot of notes in this book because I was super into it. And again, I don't want to get into the whole thing right now, but basically, in a nutshell, it's about how to step into your power as a human being, how to take ownership of your life, how to have a purpose, how to have something that you're focused on and you're working towards, and something that really calls you in your life, and to take yeah, to take ownership, to take responsibility, and do what you want to do with your life instead of feeling like you're doing what you have to do, right? Number 4. Woo! Tim Ferriss's The 4-Hour Work Week. Now, this is a book I really need to reread. It's probably been about almost 5 years now. Anyway, a number of years since I've actually read it. And I haven't read it since I started running a business, so it's probably worth rereading it again because there's probably a lot of gems in there I didn't really get the first time. But in a nutshell, it's all about how can you run a business. Apparently 4 hours a week. I still haven't mastered this 4 hours a week thing. I'm much better at like 400 hours a week. That's only half a joke. But it talks a lot about, how you can hire virtual assistants to outsource some of your work and how you can work smarter, not harder, all of that good stuff. Again, like I said, I need to reread it because there's a lot of juicy stuff in there. It's really good, but time for a refresher. Last book I got here, Never Eat Alone by KeithFerrazzi. Now, this is, on the surface, this is a networking book of how to like go and network and how to connect with people. But this isn't like go to a network meeting and give them your business card. This is like, no, find out about people, find out about the boss at that company who, he's got a secret love of chocolate. So, for Christmas, you send him a gift that's like his favorite kind of chocolate or whatever it might be. I'm just making this up. But the whole point is to actually care about people, to actually get to know people, and to help people out in a meaningful way. And really that life, business, all of that. It's really about connections. It's the people that we connect with. Because I think people like to think that business is money, and money's kind of a result of it. But at the end of the day, business is people interacting with people. It's all about relationships. It's all about communication. It's all about trust. It's all about how we get along. And so that's why I like Never Eat Alone, because it's all about, okay, how do you actually genuinely connect with people and make real relationships and do something useful, right? Because there's the whole thing that, like, to get a job, it's not about what you know, but about who you know. And not to turn this into like an elitist thing, but the whole point of this book, the book isn't saying, look, you need to go to Harvard so you know all the right people so that you can get in on the job. The book is saying, look, you just need to go out and meet people and be friendly and connect with people in a genuine way, not be fake, help people out however you can, be useful, and you're going to find the right person who's going to say, you know what, we got the job, this connection, or I know somebody who's looking for this and that, and all these things happen. So that's my quick recap of some of my favorite books. Like I said, I do need to reread them because they're that good. But yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk's Jab, 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 Right Hook, Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, Deida's The Way of the Superior Man, Tim Ferriss's The 4-Hour Work Week, and number 5, KeithFerrazzi's Never Eat Alone. So, Beaches, thank you again for hanging out with me. This video is about 9 minutes long now. It went way longer than I meant it to. Arthur here. I look forward to seeing you again soon because I love the beaches. This is my home, and I'm going to be connecting with you again soon. To all my book nerds out there, I love you. We'll talk soon. Bye.